All right. Shagdog, Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Doing a review of Poison's Native Tongue, their fourth album. This one is after the departure of C.C. DeVille, came out in 1993. Richie Kotzen took a spot. Actually, even before that, there was rumors that Warren DeMartini of Rat was going to join, but that never happened. I actually at that point I remember I can't see Warren in Poison, even though they toured together during the '87 Dancing Undercover tour. Just couldn't see Warren in Poison, but it was Richie Kotzen, actually somewhat similar, not 100% similar as Richie Kotzen, more of a blues, But yeah, that was a karaoke version of Stand. I'll let it play a little low. But this album, I bought it. I was a big Poison fan back in the day. And wait, first, before we get into this, let's crack open this beer. This is the Spitter Swallow Beer Reviews, Rockin' Reviews, and Awesome Brews. I'm drinking a Yuengling Premium. Go get it. Yeah, so great album. I'm probably going to go over it, only the songs I like. It actually had like 15 songs, although the first song was Native Tongue. It was like a 1 minute and 3 second intro. It wasn't nothing spectacular or anything. I was disappointed in the album, but there was some glimmers of some all right songs, but it was nothing like, Talk Dirty to Me, Nothing But a Good Time. I hate to say it, Unskinny Bop, which I hate that song, but all their 3 other albums, the big songs off them. Not even there is a couple all right ballads type songs on there, but nothing as good as, Every Rose Has a Thorn, of course, and it's nothing to the emotional depth of Something to Believe In, although it does have a song that Bret wrote about C.C. DeVille leaving the band, which was the 11th song on the album called Theater of the Soul. And it's basically, I think it's talking about, like, I can't remember the words offhand, but like getting in a fight, strip club in New Orleans or whatever, But let's go through this album. I'll name all the songs. I didn't even re-listen to it, but I can remember the songs I like, and that's what I'm going to mention. And I went on a YouTube channel, sipping beer. Hold up. Or excuse me, I went on a Facebook group I'm on. Somebody said, name your 3 favorite songs off Native Tongue, and I couldn't believe a bunch of people had 3 different. No one had almost the same thing. Some people had these 3 songs. And I was like, wow. But, I'm going to give you all my favorite songs off it. I'm going to go through all the songs. Let's do it right now. Native Tongue, 1993. First song, Native Tongue musical intro. Second song, The Scream. I didn't get really too much into that one. Third song, the hit, somewhat of a hit song off the album. The first single, and I thought it was the only single, but I guess from what I'm seeing is like, anyhow, that song's Stand, and kind of a acoustic type, but a rockin' acoustic. I don't know if that's some type of electric acoustic guitar. It probably is. Anyhow, not a great song, a little bit of gospel background singing, which by that time, 1993, you had Cinderella do some of that. I think Rat even did one of their songs on Detonator in 1990, had a little bit of gospel background vocals, not in one of their hits or anything, but it was an all right song to stand. I could listen to it, I could stand it, but it wasn't that great. And I was like, if this is the first single, because I didn't buy the album until after that came out. Because back then, if you didn't read magazines or whatever in the music, you didn't even know when the album was coming out until like you saw the video. Oh, it's out already. Okay, let me go buy that. Or it was announced on MTV. But it's an all right song. I can listen to it. But it wasn't Poison. I was like, wow, how's this album going to be? But I went ahead and bought it anyhow. And then the next next song was, the fourth track was Stay Alive. I don't even remember that one. That's how good it is. So, yeah, there you go. Stay Alive. If you like any of these songs, let me know in the comments. The fifth track I loved. And apparently it's highlighted like it was a single on Wikipedia. I don't remember if it was a single or not. I don't remember a video for it or not. Album's themes include battles against the okay, it doesn't say what the singles are. And singles. Stand until you suffer some ice. Body Talk, 7 Days Over You. Wasn't really a single, it was a promo single, and The Scream was a promo single or some crap. 1994. Body Talk. I remember the song, not the Rat Body Talk, Poison Body Talk. Wasn't that great. But Until You Suffer Some Ice, I want to see if there's a video on that because I've never seen it. But yeah, Until You Suffer Some Fire and Ice, pretty good song. I wish I could play the song actually, but I don't know about copyright stuff. But lately, I can tell that something ain't right. I can tell by the look in your eyes, stuff like that. Nobody knows the hell you put me through. This may be the last time that I get through to you. Hold on now, baby. This could be the last time we stand. This could be the last time that we say goodbye. Stuff like that. It's like a breakup, but this is like he's gone through all this before, and apparently they got back together. It's a pretty good song. I liked it. We will always be fire and ice. Body Talk was an all right song. It's not on my top of the album, but Bring It Home was another good one. I think it could have been better, but that's the sixth track in the album. The seventh track, that was the seventh track. The eighth track, 7 Days Over You. I like that song. Yeah, I can't remember the words to it, but basically it's 7 days over you. Like we broke up and it's been 7 days and I'm 7 days over you, right? It's just, I'm moving on. It's been 7 days and I don't give a shit about you. I'm moving on. 7 days over you, honey. Pretty good song. I liked it. The next track was the ninth track, and I think that was another 58-second instrumental. Richie's acoustic thing. Why? Waste of 58 seconds, basically. 10th song, Ain't That the Truth. Another one probably is like a boom, boom, ba bop, ba bop, ba bop. I'm Bret Michaels and I could be bop, ba bop, ba bop type song. Probably, I can't remember that one, so that's how bad it is. 11th is Theater of the Soul, like I mentioned earlier. That was the, CC DeVille and him apparently in a fight or whatever, strip club in New Orleans. Pretty good song. I'm trying to think of some of the lyrics. Yeah, I can't think of the lyrics right now. Wow, that's bad. My memory is bad. Number 12, pretty good band, or pretty good song. 12th track, Strike Up the Band. Strike Up the Band, let's play this thing, right? Let's rock it. Strike up the band, right? So, yeah. Better strike up the band. It was an all right song. Not one of my favorites, but it's got to be in the top 10 at least, right? The next song I did like, probably my favorite song on the album, and it's a song called Ride, Child, Ride. And just certain words in that song, even though they weren't exact with my youth, teenage years, but talking about me, Dave, and whoever smoking and drinking whiskey. We're jamming to old Jimmy, singing Purple Haze, no doubt. I think between the weed and whiskey, my head went north, my feet went south. Pretty good song, I thought. So and then you got number 14, Blind Faith, and the 15th track, Bastard Son of a Thousand Blues. So here's my favorite songs on the album. Ride Child Ride, 7 Days Over You, Until You Suffer Some Fire and Ice, Stand, and then Strike Up the Band. I say Theater of Soul too, if I didn't say that one. If you're not most Poison fans that like the first three albums, Look What the Cat Dragged In, Open Up to Say Ah, and then oh my God, can't even think. Tattoo one, right? Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood, yeah, man. Most Poison fans that like those three albums, I'm going to say most didn't get into this. I don't even know how many records this sold. I don't know if it says on here. Probably doesn't. Yeah, a lot of problems between Richie Kotzen and the Poison members too with this album and afterwards, and all weren't happy, and it's a shame, All Music only gave us 2 out of 5 stars. Entertainment Weekly gave it a C+. Q gave it 3 out of 5, and Rolling Stone gave it 2 out of 5. I'm trying to think of something else. It doesn't say how many albums it sold on here, but I'm sure it didn't even go gold or anything. I'm going to guess it didn't go gold, right? I don't see that anywhere, but I'm chart. Okay, in the U.S., it reached number 16 was the highest peak position. Wow, and it did go gold in the U.S. It sold 500,000. In Canada, it went platinum, but Canada's things are different. If you get 100,000 sales in Canada, it's platinum. You got to get 1 million sales in the U.S. to go platinum. Excuse me, but it did go gold in the U.S. So that's pretty good for 1993 for hair band, glam band, whatever. We didn't call them hair bands back then, but yeah. I would say I recommend to listen to it, give it one listen. You might like some songs, especially some old Poison fans, maybe like the first 2 or 3 albums and never even heard that album. I'm sure there's some fans out there that never gave that album a chance. Once they heard Stand or something, they're like, oh, give it a chance. I mean, 7 Days Over You and Ride Child Ride. I love that. It's reminiscent of Ride the Wind, but not as rocky, more bluesy, but I like it. So I'm just drinking this beer here and trying to get this album over with. I can't believe I stayed in the circle the whole time. I was going to zoom out, but that's okay. If you're still with me right now, you know that I zoomed out and now I'm even bigger. Now you can see my 2 doors and the magic mirror. Yeah, so great album. I mean, not great, but all right album. Yeah, if you like Poison, try it. If you never heard it, get it. It's Poison's 4th best album, in my opinion. Definitely a change from C.C. DeVille, though, but even Flesh and Blood was kind of a change compared to, Look What the Cat Dragged In and Open Up and Say Ah. As, Flesh and Blood got a little bit more refined and not formulaic, but more, I don't know how to use the word, but it wasn't like old raw. I mean, Look What the Cat Dragged In is my favorite Poison album just because it sounds so raw and horrible. But it sounded like some band playing in the garage, but I like the songs, Mama, let me go to the show. Not even the hits. I like the hits too. But Mama, let me go to the show. Play Dirty. Stuff like that, man. I love all the songs on that album. Open Up and Say I like it. Good. I mean, it's a toss up sometimes between Look What the Cat Dragon and Open Up and Say I. Now, Flesh and Blood, I love it, but some of the songs are just, yeah. Ball and Chain. I mean, I like the song, but yeah, some of those songs got old after real quick, yeah. But Poison, Native Tongue, give it a try. This is Shagdog, Rocket Reviews, and awesome brews. Hopefully, I get Jammer on here someday. Maybe even some guests that talk with me about these albums. If you want to join in ever, let me know. I can always put the link out there. You can find us on Facebook, also on mytruereview.com on Facebook, and that's mytruerevu.com on Facebook. We mostly do beer reviews, but I'm just trying out, some album reviews, best albums of the year type stuff, greatest songs of the year, stuff like that. That'll be great. I'm mostly rock, but I mean, in the 80s, especially the mid 80s, I was into like a lot of different stuff. So probably if you get the mid 80s to the late 80s, more in hair bands. And then in the 90s, pretty much still hair bands up until about 92. Then I started getting to some of the grunge stuff or alternative stuff, But I still like the hair bands, and I loved it back in 98, 99 when the hair bands started going back on tour and stuff. I was like, wow, this is great. Even though I didn't go see any of them. But it was great to see them back out. Yeah. I mean, one day your favorite hair band is going to be like the Monkees. You're just going to have one person left, which is Mickey Dolenz. He's the only one left for the Monkees, right? So you can just imagine, what was Mickey Dolenz? Was he a guitar player? I think Mike was the bass, right? I think Mickey Dolenz played the guitar, right? Or wait, was he the drummer? Peter might have been the... Shit, I can't remember. Let's look that up real quick. Let's check. I think Peter might have... I can't remember. What did Mickey Dolenz play in the Monkees? He was the drummer, yeah. Sometimes it's the drummer that lives forever. Like Ringo Starr, he might beat Paul McCartney. Bobby Blotzer of Rat might beat the rest of them. Tommy Lee might be the last survivor of Motley Crue. Who else? Ricky Rocket, Poison. I'm trying to think. Oh, then again, you look at some other drummers, like Rolling Stones, original drummer, The Who. But who else? What famous drummers died tragically? Yeah. John Bonham, Led Zeppelin. Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Keith Moon of The Who. Taylor Hawkins of Foo Fighters, yeah. I mean, at least he was, 50 years old. He made it to 50 at least. Vinnie Paul of Pantera. Well, how old was he? You know what? They don't have somebody in there that I think should be in there. Tommy Ramone, Rick. Oh, they got more of it. Okay. Neil Peart of Rush was old at the time. I'm thinking of young drummers, yeah. Tommy Ramone of the Ramones, 65. I want young drummers. They got Rick Allen in there, but he's not dead. Today, thankfully, Rick Allen is still with us, but he lost an arm. His arm's dead. Another one in there, not on that list, Eric Carr of Kiss. Another drummer that went early, and he had to be 35, 40 at that time. How old was Eric Carr when he died? 41. Yeah. So there's another drummer who died early. So I was thinking the drummers live, but that's not the case always. It's just the luck of the draw, I guess. Yeah, we should look. I should do a statistics on that. Which band members die the first? I'm going to say the singers die usually the first, I guess. Let's see if I can Google that. Out of all rock bands, what band member usually dies the first? I mean, you got to think singer, of course, Jimi Hendrix, guitarist and singer, right? Jim Morrison, Elvis. Of course, you got all the 90s guys, Kurt Cobain, guy from Stone Temple Pilots. Damn, I can't remember names before it's a shit anymore. Alice in Chains. Then, of course, Soundgarden. Yeah, all the lead singers die first usually, but occasionally you get some drummers. Yeah. Drummers rock. Basically, it's all about your health, habits, all that kind of stuff. And then sometimes that doesn't even matter. You could be the healthiest one in the band and die first, from something crazy like a brain aneurysm or colon cancer or anything. Yeah, but I looked at that list of drummers. It says 16 famous bands who are, I forgot what it was. I looked up drummers that have died, and it had Rick Allen of Def Leppard in there. But it said, thankfully, he survived. His arm was pretty much cut off. They tried to reattach it, but that didn't work. So his arm went to the grave. But he still plays. Now, granted, I'd rather hear Rick Allen still playing with two arms without all that electronic shit. But what can you do? At least he continued. I'm hoping with AI eventually, and I hope bands give the right, or they get copyright, but they make money off it because I like to see the band get the money. Or you take a band like Def Leppard, take their first 3 albums, On Through the Night, High and Dry, Pyromania, where he did have 2 arms. Put those songs into an AI, said, give me a new album by Def Leppard. And bam, you got what should have been after Pyromania with the 2-arm Rick Allen Def Leppard. Yeah, I like the way I think too. Yeah, it'd be great to have that. I mean, or bands that had the key member die, only had 1 or 2 albums or whatever. What would it have been like? Put that crap in the AI, bam, new album by this band. Sounds great. It's got to be possible. And they say, I forget the organization, the military or government, where this technology stuff's developed. It's developed. The government has it like 20, 30, 35 years before we get it. So it's got to be out there somewhere already. High-tech technology. They just say this AI stuff we're using right now, that was from 35 years ago that the government had. So I forget what it's called. There's a research place or something that comes out with this stuff, has it. I even listened to Coast to Coast last night. There was a CIA guy, the host. I don't think it was George Norrie is one of the other guys, and he asked him about secret devices like weapons type stuff. He says, yeah, they have people who, that's their job. They invent new ways, like this microphone will all of a sudden have bullets fly out or whatever, come up with nifty ideas. Just like James Bond type stuff. Yeah. Oh, the whole economy is in an uproar. I guess that's going to do it for now. Poison Native Tongue. Check it out. I rambled on too long, 25 minutes. Cheers, rocket reviews, and awesome brews. Someday I'll get Jam around here with me for one of these things. But if you'd like to join, let me know. Maybe I could even get with Hair Metal Guru one of these days, although he doesn't drink anymore, so I don't know if he wants somebody who's drinking on his channel. But that'd be awesome. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Spit or Swallow Beer review, Shagdog. I need to get a rockin' intro or something. But yeah, check us out.